Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy winning Wednesday, everyone, and welcome back to the Face Behind the Brand podcast. I am your host, Denise Murray, and today we have a very special guest joining us. She is a passionate art educator, a holistic spa therapist dedicated to providing self-care experience through art and spa-themed intimate events. Her mission is to help her clients, especially women and service workers, prioritize their beauty, relationships, and overall wellness by addressing the mind, body, and soul. So I want you all to give a great big welcome to Miss Dr. Gillian Davis to the show. Miss Davis, are you there? Can you hear me? Yay!
I am here and I am ready. Let's go.
Yes. Well, just to get us going on, let's go ahead and just dive right in because I know our listeners are going to be inspired by your journey and your incredible work that you do. So let's go ahead and dive in with some of these questions out for it. Now, first, I just want to can you tell us a little bit about yourself on what inspired your journey into art education and holistic spa therapy?
Well, all of this started as I was a child living in Guyana, South America, as I became very much interested in the arts since I was in elementary school. I remember saying that, I want to be, the first thing I thought of, well, I want to be a teacher. So, being that I loved art, that is something that I pursued. I would have my students in front of me, I would have like my dolls, and I would teach them. And every chance that I got, I did art. Growing up in that country, they really were strong in the sciences and business. So they didn't really push the arts, especially if they did, but usually it was for children who were not doing well in those other subjects. Because I also did well in the sciences, I was pushed toward the sciences and was told, don't do art. That's not for you. But I still secretly made sure that I pursued art. As I got older, I wanted to also become a natural health provider. I'm going to say that way, natural health provider. And since I really did not vibe with what was going on in the medical system, I definitely did not want to be a full-on medical doctor, but more of a naturopathic doctor. When in 21 years of age, I visited Morocco, North Africa, and I saw their spa set up, the way they did, the way people use the spa there in communities and individually. It really like fueled something within me. And so when I came back to America, I figured out a way to merge the two. I was going to teach through art, and then I was going to open a business as a spa therapist. And I found a way to do both. Even though people cannot do both, I found a way to make it work.
Okay. Now that kind of touched on what I was going to ask you. Like, what really inspired you to really kind of start your business?
Well, what inspired me is that in 2011, I was home. I decided to be a stay-at-home mom with my children because at that time I had three young children, and I decided, why am I wasting money teaching? Why am I teaching and spending all the money on childcare? So I decided to be a stay-at-home mom. I thought that was more economical. Now, while I was home, I used to make natural products. That's how it started. As I made the natural products, now, mind you, at this time, I was giving massages to my children. I was giving massages to family members because that's something I saw where I came from. I saw the older people do that. That was their main way of natural healing, body work. So with that, I included natural therapies, natural products, because I became more passionate toward the natural way. So I started making natural skincare products and natural hair products. Then my friends told me, you know what, Jillian, these products are actually very good. Make some for me. I started giving them to my friends. They started paying for them, and that encouraged me to open a business. Firstly, selling, creating personalized natural products. I started going to fairs, festivals, and from then on, it kicked off. I got certified as a massage therapist, among other things, so that I can become certified in what I was already doing.
Mm,
Just my family. And that is how I bridged, that's how I really bridged opening up a business where I provided products, coaching, and therapy, natural
that's
spa
awesome.
therapies.
That's awesome. And I love how you have the natural products because a lot of times there's so much stuff inside the different things that we use. So that's so
Yes.
awesome that you have that. Now, what sets your business apart from others in the industry?
Thank you. For that's a great question. So, first of all, I am a Christian spa therapist. I'm a Christian uh hands-on bodywork practitioner. The word in the natural health circle is called Reiki practitioner, where you can where the creator, the most high, gives certain people the abilities to feel the energy of people, feel what's going on in their spirit, and then you're able to then use the energy around us, which is already there, to affect their aura or affect what's going on with them, physically and spiritually, any spiritual blockages, anything, in a very natural way without even touching. So what set me apart is that I am a Christian, because many practitioners are not Christians. They're just not. And many Christians are afraid of natural health therapies. They're like, we're not dealing with that because we don't understand it.
Right.
That sets me apart. Secondly, my products, which you will not find, I can show you another link where I had it established on Facebook on another site. But I kind of like during COVID, I did a whole revamp where I had come off of the internet for a few years because
Mhm.
of trying to understand what was going on, and I started to just work with my small community, word of mouth. Uh, so you would not know, but I have a full line of products ranging from hair care, skin care. It's totally holistic, and it is made in small batches, and it's made to order. So you're not going to
Mhm.
find my products in the hair supplies store or in Walmart. You're going to find my products made with the highest grade ingredients,
Mhm.
organic and natural. I source them from the most ethical companies that I know of, and they're made based on what each client needs. So everybody doesn't get one particular
Mhm.
oil for stress relief. I will call you in, or we will have a conversation. I will find out your body type based on the Indian system. So I use the Ayurvedic system. That is an Indian system where you analyze someone's body type to figure out what oils to use on their skin. Then I find out, well, what's going on with you? What's your diet? What's your lifestyle? And your oils are made to match what's happening with each person individually.
Wow.
So those are
And
some
that's
things
deep.
that set me apart.
Right.
So
Now, how does your
also,
faith and relationship?
yes,
Yeah.
also, um, I don't just give someone, oh, someone like I need an oil for a pick me upper or to help me feel a bit calmer or grounded. I also pray
Mhm.
with my clients.
When
So
you
if
say
they
that, what does that?
so if I explain to them the importance of being intentional and
Mhm.
being able to tap into your own faith. So I don't tell my clients you have to believe what I believe. I find out what it is that they believe. And
Mm-hmm.
because of I also have a doctorate in metaphysics. So metaphysics gives me a chance to speak, because I had to
Mm-hmm.
study all religions. It gives me a chance to find that commonality in all religions. There is a thread that runs through all religions, that we all speak the same language. So I'm able to speak to each person based on their own
Mm-hmm.
system, and tap into the
Mm-hmm.
things, the principles that are universal and common to all of us, which are love, forgiveness, etc.
Okay. Okay. So when you were saying with your oils and you say you go off of like their eras and things, so how deep like do you go into with them? Like what type of like when you do the conversation with them, are you doing like
Like,
conversation is like
so like some there's vata, pitta, and kapha
oop,
in
did it
the
go out? Did
Indian
you hear me? I'm
Ayurvedic
sorry, it went
system.
out.
Those are the three. I'm
It
sorry,
looked
can you
like
hear
it went
me?
out.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, now I can hear you.
So like the
You
vata,
hear me now?
yes.
Okay.
So in the Indian system, which is one of the systems I studied for natural healing, they have something called a tridosha system. So there are three main body types: the vata, the kapha, and the pitta. So for instance, the kapha people are more grounded and they're more calmer, they're more prone to being a bit slower moving. There are people who are like that.
Mm,
And the for instance, the vata is more airy type personality, and then the pitta is more fiery, they're more heated personality.
mm.
So if I'm mixing oils, I would not use sesame oil in a mixture for a fiery person, because sesame oil is very heating. It's very heating. It's already fiery. So you would not add that to someone who is already of a fiery nature. You would give that to a more calmer person to help to pick them up a little bit more.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Okay.
Whereas I might use grapeseed oil for the pitta person, and then the fail safe is usually like olive oil.
Okay.
Avocado oil, you would not use it with a kapha person, because avocado oil is a little bit more heavy. So a kapha person is more, they usually are a little bit more heavier, or their face, you'll know them by their face is a little fuller. Like me, I'm mostly kapha. That's
Mm,
how I present. So you would want to give me sesame oil, not avocado oil, as my base oil before I add in the essential oils. So
okay.
things like that.
Okay. Now, how did you find I mean, how I would say how does your faith and relationship with God influence your life and work?
My faith is very, very important. It really influenced me because number one, it keeps me grounded. It helps me to know that the talents that I have came from a source that is beautiful and loving, and that nature was created by that source. And it's there's a verse in the Bible that says the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. And so growing up, I kind of believed what I was told in church, and a lot of the things we're told in church scares us. Like, oh, essential oil is wicked. Don't use this, don't use that. When I read the Bible for myself and I saw verses like that, I realized that everything in nature was created by the Creator, known by many names, and they are to be used for our healing. That's the purpose. And that faith helps me because, like, if I'm not making the right amount of money, for instance, that I would like to make each month, or maybe I didn't reach enough clients as I would like to reach, my faith keeps my pride in check, because it tells my faith in just keeps me grounded to know that everything happens when it's supposed to happen, where it's supposed to happen, and how it's supposed to happen. And we are just vessels, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I also found that just reading that Bible for myself, there's a whole lot of things written in there that is actually there to not just ground us, but to protect us. And when we don't
Mm-hmm.
listen, we end up learning the hard way. For instance, learning to follow your intuition is huge. That's a God given gift.
Mm. Wow. Now, so how have your personal relationship impact your business journey?
Well, my personal relationship, there was I was married for 20 years. This might be a surprise to many, but I'm currently going through a transition. I'm going to call it that. I'm going to be very honest. Because transparency is important. I'm going through a divorce currently.
Mm-hmm.
And so, negatively, I've had to do a lot of introspection. I wouldn't even say it was negative, but I'm going to say there are two sides of it. On one
Mm.
side, I had to do some introspection on, okay, so because this happened to me, am I a failure? Does this mean I am a
Mm.
failure at my business? And I had to realize, no, I'm not a failure at my business because this happened. Um,
Mm.
and positively, it helped me to believe more in myself and to be thankful that I have a business, that I am an independent woman, and that I have several streams of income. That when a decision had to be made
Mm.
for my health, that decision was made without even thinking, like, this
Mm.
decision is going to be made. I will be just fine. So my business was a savior to me.
Mm. You just spoke for everybody. And I tell that to a lot of people, like what you just said a few minutes ago. I would just love for you to repeat that just a little bit. The part where you was like, you have multiple streams of income.
Yes, I have
Yes, and
let
I
me
like
say
the
that again.
that is
I
just
have
a big thing.
multiple streams of income.
Mm.
Therefore, if something is unhealthy or harmful, I could drop that thing at a drop of a dime and
Mm.
show that I only hang out here and I try to make this work because I was trying to do the right thing, not because I am dependent. It's
Right.
because I was trying to do the right thing, as we've been taught, try and make it work, make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But multiple streams of income is a powerful thing.
So much. And I love that. I'm so happy you repeated that again because I try to talk to people so much about having multiple streams and not relying on one income source because just like all the things that's going on right now in the world, like where people are losing their jobs and different things are going on, you don't want to just rely on one source. You want to have something else to back you up for whatever reason or what, when anything can go down, whether it's,
Yes.
economically, whether anything, you just want to have a backup plan.
Yes.
Now, what challenges have you faced in growing your brand and business, and how have you navigated that?
One of my challenges is definitely money. Money is key because I always make the joke, I didn't have a rich uncle to fund my business. I funded myself.
Right.
um, so that has been a challenge because sometimes you want to do more. Like, you want to do things like, I want to host a free event and fund the whole thing. You know, these dreams that we have. Because if I had free events each month and I tried that once and fund the whole thing, I will
Mm,
get so many clients. But the Most High did his thing, and excuse me, and I saw that no, that was not the intention. And
mm,
it again, it does not mean that you are not successful. So with that, uh some of the things that I see is some of the things that I've used is AI. Like,
mm,
I've used AI to do a whole lot. uh Sometimes your business is still in its infant stage, but you are trying to make your business behave like it's a teenager.
mm,
Sometimes your business is in a teenage stage, but you're trying to make it behave like it's a full grown adult,
mm,
not realizing that those businesses who you see are doing a whole lot of gymnastics and things is because that is the stage they are at.
mm,
So the stage I am at right now is not forcefully, because that's what we're told. We're told we need to go on Instagram, we need to make a certain amount of posts in a certain amount of algorithms. What I was told is you just back it on up. That's actually not how things are done organically.
mm,
So basically, learning the wisdom and the true understanding of the stages of businesses. And what I'm being shown is that right now is about having these conversations. It's about bringing the awareness to our community. It's about giving back. It's about educating and giving out, like I said, a lot of things for free. So instead of giving events, I can have a text message. I can have a text message group, and I'm giving out free information, free health information once a week. That's
mm,
like having an event.
mhm,
And we're not going to know the effects of that until probably a year or two. So the
mm,
patient's thing is, like I said, this divorce that I'm experiencing is teaching me, one of the things it's teaching me is patience. You
mhm,
have to hang in there, because if you don't know patience, you
right.
start to bug out.
Mhm,
Especially if you are a planner and you like everything to happen, in a nice neat rows. uh you're gonna have to hang in there, put your feet up, and
mhm,
learn to play in the grass or something, but you gotta learn to have patience. And
mhm,
making contacts, keep saying the same things over and over again, establishing a blog. I'm currently working on a TikTok blog right now. It's not ready to be revealed to the world, but I'm currently in the process of creating an outlet.
mhm. Yeah, that's something I have to work on, patience.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes,
'cause I'm one of those people, just like you said, where I like to have things planned, and I'm like, okay, I have to have this done, and I'm like one of the people that have to have everything written down and cross it off as
yes,
I'm doing it. So I am that person. So yeah, I have to, yeah, and sometimes things don't go according to plan, and I'd be like, oh, but I do have to work on that. Now, what advice I would say would you give to other entrepreneurs that want to build a business focused on wellness and service?
I would say that's a great question. I would say all your questions are amazing. I would say believe in yourself
Hmm.
and make your beauty. I'm giving away my secrets. But make your beauty, your health, your charisma, your presence. I hope I remember everything, but make those things a priority. It's not just about your it's not just about your skin, it's not just about your nails, it's not even just about your what's another thing we like to do? It's not even all about weight. It could be your hair. It
Mm,
could be your just make yourself a priority. And make sure that you get massages. Not because I am a massage therapist as well, but make sure you do those things because your body carries a lot of pain and a lot of trauma from past experiences. So when I say doing that as an entrepreneur, because this is what I like to work with. I like to work with people who are helping others, but usually they don't have time to take care of themselves. And I'm the voice that helps you remember you need to take care of yourself. It's not only that you cannot just pour from an empty cup. People say you can't pour from an empty cup. Your cup has to always be full, right? That's not the only thing. It's also this is gonna hit so hard because I've been talking to a couple people about this today. It's about giving your energy to men. It's about, and I'm only gonna speak from women and men dynamics because that's all I know. That's why I specialize in, right? I got married when I was 24 years old. I am now 44 years old. I'm not going to say that I'm not talking about my marriage. I am talking about the fact that, or my divorce. I'm saying way too many of us are giving out our energy to men when they've only given us this much. Why are we rewarding these men for this much? Why are we making them feel like they are we women are doing this, many of us, we're making them feel like they are a, what do you call in business when something is like hard to find? What do you call it?
What you mean, like when you say hard to find? They said, collab, bro. She said,
Something
say it
that is
again, say it
hard to find. You
again.
can't
Check the
find it. It's
comment.
rare. It's rare. They say
That's
it's like
rare,
more women
right?
to men. And they say men are rare. Well, many of us are going around making these men really feel like they're rare and they're doing this much, and we're opening it up wide and giving it to them. And this is an adult audience, right? I know I'm probably shocking you with what I'm saying. And many of us are opening up wide and giving it to them when they gave us this much. I'm saying we because I am a woman too. I don't necessarily do that. I don't do that actually. But I don't want to leave myself out because I don't want anyone to say I'm attacking them. But in self-care, you have many entrepreneurs. You believe in yourself. You're doing good. You're trying to establish multiple sources of income. You're trying to establish your assets. You're trying to make yourself valuable and unbreakable and unforgettable. So you make yourself unbreakable and unforgettable. Walk into a room with presence and your dignity intact. When you sleep, when we're having intimate experiences with men, it breaks down our spirit and we're not able to do our businesses effectively. Also, the men come with us and they're bringing all of the trauma they're picking up from other women, because whoever you were intimate with, and this is from an energetic perspective I'm speaking from, I'm telling you, you're picking up everything that man come deposit inside of you is from all of the previous relationships. We've got to start accepting, we have got to start expecting much more from these men and let them work in order to get that. And we need to start demanding, not demand, but the way we need to conduct ourselves. They will know, you need to come and court me, not date me. And you need to, we need to get married. No, you should not tell a man that you want him to tell you we need to get married. Understand? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that man needs to know, here, these are my standards. I just want you to know that I'm the type of woman that I have such high standards about myself. I'm not entertaining no guy in my life unless you're going to court me leading up to uh I don't know how you're gonna put it, but just do not
I
let them
know what you're
say,
saying.
do not tell a man, you need to marry me, because what if they tell you that? And then years down the line, you found that they only married you because you gave them an ultimatum.
Mm,
So when a man comes in our lives, fellow entrepreneurs and fellow women, first we befriend them. And I'm not meaning put them in the friend zone and have sex with them. Befriend them. And while you're friends with them, you're letting them know, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, these are my goals, and this is how I roll. I roll with courtship and marriage. I don't roll with dating. You're not going to come and we're going to do the hippity dippity, and then you will leave me brokenhearted.
mm,
And the more women do that, the more men will get their act together, and the more we will do great in our business. So I'm
mm.
sorry that was a long answer.
That was good. Because I said, don't do no charity work. And
No,
they
right?
kind
We need to
mm-hmm.
stop because we're being used and it's not healthy. And because I'm in the self-care business, I have to hit on the sexual part because nobody's really talking about it.
Mm-hmm. And that's good. That's deep because that's so true. We never really think about that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mama used to tell us, Medea be trying to tell us, but we think it's a joke.
Right. Now, can you share the range of services that you offer?
Yes. I offer number one, coaching, because I help clients. In the Christian environment, it's called prophetic, a gift of prophecy. I can actually be in someone's presence. They don't even have to tell me anything, and I can, excuse me, I can tell them some things that they may be struggling with. That's a gift that I have. And so once I do that, of course, I'll do it in love. And that is $75 an hour. And once I do that, then I give them like a protocol that they can use to help them alleviate whatever is they're struggling with. We can also have like a once a week thing or once a month. I'm really good at what I do. So a client may not come back to me next week because I'll give them information that will last a very long time.
Mm,
Secondly, I create products based on your needs, from uh, beard oils, sugar scrubs, lotions in the winter, body oils, and one of them is immune boost, and for different ailments, also hair care. Um, so I have the line of products. I also perform massage therapy, various forms of massage therapy. I integrate Japanese techniques, Thailand techniques, Indian techniques, African techniques, and European techniques.
mm.
So that's in a nutshell what I do.
Okay. Now, what products do you provide to support your clients' wellness and self care?
So when a client come in for massage,
Mm-hmm.
if they tell me that they're just feeling like airy and things are just spinning out of control or anything like that, I always let them know, check in with your healthcare provider. Their word trumps anything I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
I am a doctorate in metaphysics. I'm not a medical doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will have my essential oils and base oils, and I will create an oil just for that client where I will use for the massage, and then they can take home with them. I also can come to events. This is how I prefer to work now because this is where I am in my business. I will come to events. I will bring in products based on what you tell me you need for your events. Maybe it's a art. If it's an art event, we will do like sip and paint, non-alcoholic, because that's how I roll right now. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Sip and paint, or we would have if it's on the spa end, if you tell me, well, just bring in stuff and give chair massages, and also I'd like you to make products with my friends. I can bring in the base of the lotions, and when they come, they'll tell me what's going on with them or what are their needs, and I'll recommend different essential oils, and each of them would create their own oils, their own personalized oils. When
Okay.
you go on my page, you're not going to see a lot of cases where I have a lot of people in events, because, and this is just where I am right now, because people, I'm dealing with a lot of small groups and intimate settings. It's not like I'm working out of a hair salon or a massage spa. Sometimes I'm in people's homes and people may not want that exposure. So I just got really, I just avoid that. And in the future, I'm sure that I will have more pictures, but that's something I kind of like. I avoid taking pictures from events and putting it on my pages.
Okay.
But
Now,
in
when
the future,
you say
I'll do it.
intimate, when you say intimate, what's the amount of people? Like, if someone was to want to get you for an event at their home or something like that, what's the amount of people you would want there?
The least I would have an event for is 3 people. The
Okay.
least.
And what's the max?
The most is 75. Once
Okay.
it is about 25, once it's 25 and numbers like that, then I bring in my other 2 therapist friends. So I
Okay.
have other people that I work with. But once the number gets to be a certain amount, I don't do it alone.
Okay.
It would be too much energy wise on one person.
Okay. Now, do you have any special deals or promotions currently available for clients now?
Yes. So just to promote what I do, for $75, I think I put it there. For $75, I can come to your home. It depends on where. If you live like right close to me, because I'm in Stockbridge, it can be 50. But if it's like if it's in Conyers or
Mm-hmm.
in Stone Mountain, that's the farthest I will go. It will be $75.
Mm-hmm.
It's covering products, it's covering travel and all of that, back and forth. And I will come for 2 hours and I will do a display of what I do. I will provide for 2 hours, mini demos, like 5-minute demos of chair massages to the person and their guests. And it would be like showing you
Mm-hmm.
how I make my products, like what would the setup look like, things like that. Just like an overview
Mm-hmm.
of what I do. So
Okay.
that's my schedule right now.
Now would the 75 fee for one person or is that per person?
For the entire thing, because remember, now I'm promoting myself. So for two
Okay.
hours, $75. So that means you can't have like a whole party,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm only going to work for up to the 2 hours, and that includes showing you the different products that I can come to an event with,
Mm-hmm.
and 5-minute chair massages per person. And I have to
Okay.
be able to get all of it done within 2 hours.
Okay.
And that is going to go until the end of April.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes. So from now until the end of April. And I work on the evenings except Tuesday and Wednesday, because those are
Oh,
times that I take my children to their events.
okay.
So all of the other evenings I can come.
Okay. Now, how can individuals make your services more affordable for themselves and their loved ones?
The way they can do that, you can make it more affordable if you book me and I come. to your intimate to a group. When I say intimate, like I said, anywhere up to 75, from 3 to 75.
Mm-hmm.
And the more people that are in the group, the less it is. So, for instance, if it's 5 people in the group,
Mm-hmm.
it will be, if it's 3 to 5, it'll be $100 per person.
Okay.
That's $500. And you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about 4 hours. So for 4 hours, for 500, 100 per person. If
Mm-hmm.
it's 10, it goes to 750. And I try to make it reasonable for now. I will always make it reasonable. But
Mm-hmm.
again, in promoting yourself, you got to know where you are in your business. I
Mm-hmm.
want to expose myself to as many people as possible. It would be $750 if it's 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so if it's 15, it will be 1250. So it just changes based on the number. So the more people that are in it, you get a little discount.
Mm-hmm. And do you do payment plans where you have it set up with like PayPal or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's mainly PayPal or Cash App.
Okay.
I do accept checks as well.
Okay.
So basically, it would be like anywhere up to like halfway before the event starts.
Mm-hmm.
It would be 50%, and then at the close to the event, it would be the full fee. So I would not wait until I come to be paid. There has to be the full fee, the full price
Mm-hmm.
before I come there. Like the day of, you could send it to me, no problem, because I don't want any, it's business.
Right. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
now, are there any specific products or services that you'd like to highlight for the listeners?
Well, one of the main things I would like to highlight is the sugar scrub. Either a sugar scrub or a salt scrub. If you have diabetes, you want to use a salt scrub. If you have high blood pressure, you want to use a sugar scrub. So that is something I can either make as party favors for an event, all natural and organic ingredients, or I can make it there at the event. Like I can show people how to make their own products.
That's good. Now, why is it essential for people to invest in your services right now?
It's essential because self care, as it relates to massage therapy
Mm-hmm.
and detoxing, is not a it's not a I'm sorry, I forgot the word, but it's an urgency. It's not like you could choose not to do it or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's a necessity, and that is why a lot of wealthy people participate in self-care once a week. Now, whoever is listening may not be able to participate once a week, get a massage once a week, but maybe every 2 weeks, maybe once a month,
Mm-hmm.
because your body carries a lot of toxins. It can be from relationships, or it can just be from the stresses of life. And especially if you are a service provider yourself, like a teacher or a nurse, a police officer, or even an entrepreneur providing a service, and you're sitting down a lot or you're on your feet a lot, you need to invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's awesome.
essential. It's
Yeah.
no longer oh, I can choose to do it because it's for what rich people do.
Mm. Wow. That's true. Now, what's next for you? Are there any upcoming events, programs, or services you'd like to share?
Yes. So currently, I serve in Tucker at a wellness spa, a day spa called Good Wellness, Goutte, Good Wellness.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's one of our sisters from Global Sister Speaks Network.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening, guys, you might want to join Global Sister Speaks Network on Facebook. But yes, I work with that sister every second and fourth Saturdays. We specialize in, again, small groups. So come in with your lady friends and get a variety of spa services taken care of for you. And then go have lunch.
And now, what can our listeners connect? How can they connect with you and learn more about what you're doing and work?
Okay. So you can go to my YouTube channel called Good Prana. You can also go to my Facebook page called Good Prana Healing Arts. And Prana is capital P, capital RANA, all capital letters, because as you may know, prana means life force in India, just like the breath of life in Christianity. But I took the letters to mean good parenting, relationships, ascension, nation building, and affluence, because healing needs to be holistic. And we cannot just focus on the physical aspect of ourselves, but we have to take control of those 5 areas, no matter our color, culture, country. And if we want to maintain our life force, those 5 things would definitely help all of us. But yeah, my Facebook page is Good Prana Healing Arts. My number is, I'll give you my number, but do not call me. Do not call me. You have to text me. Text me. 404-566-1675. Text me and you'll be able to get in touch with me and just tell me that you found me on this podcast with
Okay.
Denise Murray.
Now, lastly, what is one message that you'd like to leave with our audience about self care and wellness?
Well, first, you have to value yourself. And in valuing yourself means sometimes you have to go back to past trauma and take care of it.
Mm.
If you're going about minding your own business and a thought pops up, that thought is not just a stupid thought. Oh, that's a dumb, stupid thought. Nope, do not say that. That thought has popped up. The Most High, our Creator, has allowed that thought to come up so that we can then get to the root of the thought and then clear it out. So let's say a thought come up of you feeling neglected. You can say, I noticed that I just had a thought about feeling neglected. God, or whatever you refer to the higher power as. God, I noticed that I just had this thought. Please show me the root of this thought and show me how to get rid of this thought so that I can be my full healthy self. And believe it or not, God will show you. You might need to go in a corner, in the farthest corner in your closet and cry.
Mm.
Crying is good. It helps purify you. That will take me to the next point of transparency. Even if you're not able to be transparent with your loved ones, be transparent with yourself. Don't let a bad thought come and you're like, I ain't got time for that. Yes, you do have time for it. And no matter how embarrassing it is, be transparent and say, wow, that's me. Wow, please help me figure out how to get rid of this, because the enemy, or whoever we refer to the enemy as, or the evil force, or whatever it is, will use the shame and guilt of our trauma and our sin and our lives to torment the fire out, to torment us and tell us that nobody will love us if they ever find out. Well, you gotta talk to that and say that's not true.
Mm.
I'm created in the image of God, and all I have to do is don't think this thought anymore. So from henceforward, this thought is dead to me, and it has no power over me. My past has no power over me.
Mm.
Right? You gotta be able to be transparent with yourself and your creator, even if you're not able to do so with no one else.
That was good.
So those are two. I can give you a third one. And the third one is, don't Do not respect any negative thought. If any negative thought come up, face it and do what we just said, but try and release, get rid of, cast it into the fire of hell. Use your visualization to visualize it washing
Mm-hmm.
away in an ocean. Negative thoughts are not our friends. They're only going to destroy us in the long run. So, those are my three.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the comments and just see if we have any questions in here for you. Um, how much? Okay, one question is how much was the massages?
My massages are $85. They're $85. If you book a massage on this show, okay, it'll be different. It'll be $75 plus I'll add on $10 for traveling fee. If once you're within 10 miles of where I live in 30281, I live in Stockbridge. Otherwise, if I come to your home, it is $125 for an hour massage.
Mm-hmm.
Please be aware that that includes travel. That includes I might be at your house for actually 2 hours and not one. Because I'm not gonna just give you a massage and just be on my way. I'll talk to you about what I've observed because remember now I'm also an energy practitioner. So that it will be $125 worth spending. Okay. However,
Mm-hmm.
if you book from this show, it's $75 plus 10 for travel.
Okay. And then they wanted to know if you can repeat your phone number one more time for the text.
Thank you. And thank you so much, guys. It is 404-566 1675.
And are there any more questions for our special guests? If you have it, put it in the chat. Okay. Did you get those questions answered? Okay, good. All right. Now, thank you so much, Dr. Davis. I want to thank you for sharing your story, your passion, your incredible services that you offer. You have really gave me some insights on the things that you do. It's like, and you got me thinking, you know what I mean? When you thinking about the different things that we go through life and we don't
Yes.
always take care of ourselves. Cause I know I am guilty of that myself. So I'm definitely going to need to give you a call. But
Great.
I know our listeners will walk away feeling motivated, prioritize with their wellness, and explore the holistic approach that you provided. And remember, to all the listeners out there, know that it is possible as long as you're passionate and you're doing whatever you put your mind to, know that you can do it. So until next time, everybody, I want you all to have a fabulous winning Wednesday. And I will see you all again next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Y'all all have a fabulous night. Thank y'all.
Awesome. Thank you.